about to do something that I thought I'd share this with you, because being married to a Filipina for 6 years, there are certain things that we must have in this house, and one of those things that we must have here is rice. Because as you know, well, you may not know, but Filipinos, they say if I haven't eaten rice today, it's like I haven't eaten at all. So we eat, I won't say we eat lots of rice. We used to eat lots of rice. We don't eat as much now because we have more of a keto diet, but we still have some. So we still have a few carbs because it's very hard to cut out. And of course, Jenny loves rice, Queenie loves rice. And so me, over the years, I've learned how to cook rice. I mean, I'm English. I was born in England, and all I knew about rice was you put it in a pot and boil it, and it goes gooey. And we used to make rice pudding, and we hardly ever ate rice. But of course, nowadays there's a lot more of us eating rice, and if we're Filipino, we eat lots of rice. So I actually learned how to cook it. I didn't know how to cook rice before, and I didn't realise that you need one of these things, a rice cooker. See, there's the pot. You need to have a rice cooker, and a rice cooker makes it really easy. It's a piece of cake. Oh, excuse me. Must be lunchtime. And a rice cooker makes it very easy to make rice. It's really easy. But there are a few things that you've got to know. So if you don't know, if you know, well, good. If you don't know, well, one thing about rice is, I'll put this down and I'll start doing it and I'll show you. One thing you need to do with rice is first you get your bowl, and we're going to use, and we use the best, I think the best rice, the nicest rice, is jasmine rice. And this one is jasmine rice with a little bit of wild rice in there. And you see that's all the black ones, they're wild rice, because they're actually better for you. So I've got 3 scoops or 3 cups of rice, and I'll put it into a bowl, and then once you've got the bowl, then you've got to wash it. You must wash it. So you get it in there, you mix it all up, you wash it, and you'll find out that the water gets a little bit white. I don't know if you can see it, you might not be able to see it without me spilling it out here, but it gets white. So we wash it. And then what we do is we drain it carefully and try not to tip out too much rice, even though some of the whole grain rice, the black rice, the shells come off those and they float away. So I drain out most of that water. Then I wash it again, because you've got to wash it twice. Because what happens is if you don't wash it, all that starch, I think it's starch, stays in there and it gets gluggy. And you can buy rice, like glutinous rice, which they use to make sticky rice out of, and that goes gluggy. But this stuff, this is supposed to be light and fluffy, and that's how you do it. And you pour the water out, try not to lose rice. And once it's all gone, most of it's gone, then you put the water in. Now, you can use one of these measuring cups, and I think it's 1 cup rice, 1 cup water. But I actually learned from Jenny, who uses her fingers. Jenny uses her fingers to gauge. She uses these. And I learned this. This is what you do. You go in and you see it is, and you see how deep it is on your fingers. And if it's a bit too deep, you tip a little bit out, mix it up a bit, put your fingers in. That's about right. So that's about right. And then throw it in there, put the lid on, you hit the button here, and that's it. And then you just leave it. Then in about, 15-20 minutes, that'll flick on to warm, and it's cooked. But you leave it a bit after it's cooked, because it does help to leave it a bit longer after it's finished. And one thing that they always do, once they've got it cooked, lift the lid off it, once before you eat it, when it's all nice, you've got to get in there and you've got to cross it. I think that's a Catholic thing. I don't know, maybe it's a Filipino thing, but they like to cross it. That's like a small blessing before you eat it. But that's how you do it. It's really easy to prepare rice, and this will turn out perfectly every time. Just about every time it turns out cooked perfectly. It just heats up, boils up, all the steam comes out, it absorbs water, and the rest of it gets blown out in steam, and you end up with perfect rice. Beautiful. I'll show you a photo of it when I've finished. But yeah, it's so easy to make rice. Who would have known? I never knew that. My dad only ever said to me, he says, I only eat rice and rice pudding, which Mum used to make, and I don't know how she made it. Anyway, that's it. Easy peasy. Okay, well the rice is finished cooking. See, it's steamed up. There it is. Ooh. And then, of course, you have to cross it. And there it is. Perfectly cooked.
You need to cross it.
I've done that. I crossed it. Ready to go. Very good.
You get choked without crossing it.
Jenny's going to do the taste test to see whether I made the rice properly.
Oh yeah. Oh my god, what have you done with this? You're killing it. I need dried fish with it so I can tell the difference.
Oh, gross.
You know? I can tell if it's yummy or not. Only a little bit. Oh my god, you're killing it.
I got it, did I? One thing I didn't talk about was I said about the wild rice in there.
Oh yeah.
But there are different types of rice, and we're talking about, you know, I didn't know there was different types of rice until Jenny come along, and then I found out about jasmine rice, and I thought that Australian rice was good. But
No, it's not good.
no, I know. But we've tried the Australian rice, the Australian jasmine rice, the long grain rice, and it's not very nice. So what you need to do is go to the Asian shop and buy the Thai jasmine rice, and it has to be like AAA grade. It's got 3 A's on it, and also you look at the crop to see that it's not old rice, because the new crop is always better than the old crop.
Can I have that with this?
New crop. What's that? What's that?
Oh. Fish!
Fish. And how's that fish cooked? Oh look, and it's jelly.
Smells like
Fishy. Yeah,
fishy.
that's it.
So you're well done, darling, for cooking rice. So, well, if you don't know, Steve always cook rice for me. And I'm really happy that he's learning how to cook rice properly. Which is, I mean properly, like washing up, you know, like washing the rice, rinsing up properly twice, and also he knows how to measure as well, which is, you don't need to measure, you measure by your fingers, see?
Yeah, I did that.
It's good.
I showed that.
So, well done, sweetheart.
Thank you. Okay, you can have your fish and rice now.